Hey there, fellow marketers, Professor Wolters here, and today we're going to talk about how your website can actually kind of destroy goodwill when it comes to your business, because we've all gone to a website that made us go, should I actually be giving them my credit card number? But we've also been to websites that have inspired us to buy more stuff, and what we're going to focus on here are those things that really make us go, should I really be shopping here, okay? And the first thing you need to realize, if you really want to destroy goodwill on your website and really destroy goodwill in your business, have an amateur website. If it looks like crud, if it looks like it's something from 1995 or heck, even 2015 these days, you're like, man, I don't know if I really feel comfortable working with them. And the thing is, it's not necessarily that it looks like it's from 1995. It could be grammar mistakes, spelling mistakes, all kinds of stuff. I mean, think about it. When you get those emails from Amazon that says your account's been hacked, or eBay that's saying you need to give us your number to sign in to make sure everything's okay, and there's spelling mistakes and there's grammar errors, you're like, that's spam. That's not the legit stuff. And you don't want people to have that impression when they go to your site. So make sure you're doing the grammar checks, you're doing the spelling checks, you're doing the, let sure all the links work right, because dead links and stuff like that also make you look bad. So make sure everything is kind of cleaned up. Another thing that really diminishes goodwill on your website is if you hide information that customers want to know. So if you're an airline and you know that there's a big storm coming or a hurricane coming or something like that, that will obviously impact, flights in a certain part of the country or a certain part of the world, you might want to have easy information out there to let people know. It's like, hey, if you're flying to Florida during this hurricane season, here's some issues you might want to think about, because you want to give that information. Don't hide it. I know more than a few years ago in Iceland, one of the volcanoes exploded and it affected flights throughout Europe. And people were like, is my flight going to fly? I don't know what's going on. And we were supposed to fly EasyJet, and they actually had a ticker on their main site. If you are flying from these airports, do not expect to fly today. If you're going to these airports, you should be okay. I mean, it was right there. Thank you for sharing that information. But if it's hidden, it gets people really upset. What do I need to do? What do I need to look out for? That's why people get upset when you have those hidden fees you don't talk about. I remember back in the day when you used to be able to fly with Ryanair and some of these other cheap airlines in Europe, and you'd buy your ticket and it would be, €1 for your ticket to Rome. I'm like, oh, cool, €1 ticket. You put your information in, €1 there, €1 back, €2 there, and then, yes, I'm ready to buy, and it's like €150. You're like, wait. You said it was €1 each way. Oh yeah, the ticket is, but all the taxes and the fees and all this other stuff, you're like, oh man. So it's not really $1 each way. There's a lot more stuff involved. And if you hide those things, like the baggage fees and all that stuff, that can really turn people off. So don't hide those things, all right? Now, another way you can really turn people off and really diminish goodwill is if you ask for too much personal information. Now, I know we need personal information when we are going to be asking for stuff. We do need the credit card number and your address and things, and maybe we want them to sign up for our program, get your email and password. But do you need to know their birthday? I mean, if you're selling alcohol, yes, but do we need their birthday? Do we need to know their favorite color? Do we need to know their Scorpio sign? Why do you need all this information? Because the more information you're giving, one, it gives people to go, why do they need that? But also, if you get data hacked, then that's even more information you've lost from people. That's going to make them even more upset. So make sure you're only asking for things that you actually need. Going a little bit farther gets people to go, do they really need to know that? And that kind of goes into another thing, is whenever you opt people into a program, this actually depends on what country you're in, because some countries have rules and laws that say, look, people have to select that they want to get the email. Whereas in some countries, you're already selected. If you buy this product, it already has that check mark checked. Yes, I would love to receive your emails and flyers and stuff like this. You're like, wait, I don't want that. Look, don't automatically opt people in. Let them choose to opt in to get stuff. If you want to entice them to do that, oh hey, free shipping. If you agree to get our newsletter, to get on our email list, do that. But don't automatically do it, because that really does kind of, turn people off. Because sometimes when you do that, you automatically do stuff or automatically enroll people in things that can upset them. I remember there was a U2 album that came out on iTunes that everybody got in their iTunes library, and people were like, dude, what the hell, Apple? I didn't want that album. Why'd you put it there? I like U2, so I was happy with it. But my wife's like, she doesn't like U2 at all. We've been married for over a decade, and I only get to listen to U2 when we're I'm driving by myself, a state away. Then I get to listen to it. So she wasn't too thrilled with that. So you got to think about these things when you're automatically doing stuff and you're automatically signing people up for things. Now, another thing you could do that will really kind of upset your customers is if you punish them for not doing things your way. I mean, how many of you have filled out a huge long form online to buy something or register for something, and there was like one mistake in it, and then it restarts and you're back to zero? You're like, oh man, I gotta fill in 30 forms again? Forget it, I'm gonna leave. No, don't punish people for messing up, because just because they don't do it your way doesn't mean it's wrong, okay? So make sure you do have it where, oh, you filled this out and there was a mistake. Only highlight the one area where there's something missing or something needs to be redone. So if you think about it, probably the one time you'll see this the most is when you're looking at dates, when you're gonna buy a plane ticket or a bus ticket or a train ticket. Do they ever let you put the date in? You know, like July 4th, 2021. Do they let you put in 7/4/21? No, you put in, and a calendar pops up and then you select the date on the calendar. Why? Well, depending where you live in the world, the dates are written differently. In the US, it's month, day, year. In most of Europe, it goes day, month, year. But then if you go to Russia and China, it goes year, month, day. And so it can be really kind of confusing. Can you see how that can cause some confusion? That's going to make some messed up Goodwill, because you know what? I've made that mistake before, and I was like going like, oh, it's July 8th. So it's, 7/8 or 8/7. Totally bought the wrong ticket. And I'm like, oh man, it's because I didn't realize it. And that was back in the days when you put the numbers in. Now they've realized, look, let's not punish them for not knowing which calendar we like to use. And then I think the last little thing that would be kind of important to kind of, if you're going to diminish Goodwill, is if you don't have your site set up to be mobile friendly, or if you have forms that people need to fill out, make sure there's a PDF document kind of way that they can just print off and fill themselves, or you can auto-fill the stuff. Give them those options to make it easier for them, because if you're giving them more work, they're not going to be happy, and that's going to diminish Goodwill. All right, so I hope these are things you're not doing on your website so you can actually help out. We actually have another video that goes through specific things you can do to build up the Goodwill, so check out that video to learn more. And I'll say bye from here on Tybee Island.